People of Reddit, what was the most not safe for work event you ever stumbled upon in high school?
r/Reddit.
No one thought it would be a bad idea for the cross-country team to have thin white uniforms until we had a race in a thunderstorm. So many flashbacks of penises swaying with each stride. In my school it was girls' varsity soccer in the spring. We had lots of fans when it rained. Hopefully not the nearby retirement home. Seniors are seniors, my dude.
r/Reddit.
In middle school some kids walked in and started having sex in the stall next to me while I was pooping. Eventually they smelt my presence. Gotta assert your dominance. The fact that he took a shit in school toilets asserts him as the alpha. Well, I'm not about to sit there with my ass clenched all day. Better to shit earlier than later.
r/Reddit.
This was junior high, but one kid who we suspected was gay gave another kid who we did not suspect was gay a blowjob in the bathroom stall. And for what? A holofoil Clefairy Pokemon card. Gotta catch 'em all. Laughs in Pokemon Sword and Shield.
r/Reddit.
I went to a boarding school my freshman year of high school, and a few weeks in, I volunteered to help walk our librarian's dog for her while her leg was healing after an injury. So I was walking this huge dog through the woods around campus when he suddenly sniffed the air and just ripped the leash out of my hands and took off into the underbrush. I started chasing after him when I heard screaming and yelling. I thought, oh god, this dog mauled someone and I'm going to get expelled. Broke through a clearing and there were 5 half-naked upperclassmen trying to put their clothes on and scatter while this dog is joyously barking and jumping up on and licking them. Too long didn't read, accidentally interrupted an orgy in the woods with my librarian's dog. Edit. I guess since so many people are asking, yes, it was a co-ed school and yes, both sexes were represented. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Days.
r/Reddit.
Walked into a bathroom after school and found a guy and a girl about to go to town. She had her shirt off and skirt up. He had his pants on. I caught him just before the moment of insertion. I said nothing. I would have left him to it, except all other bathrooms on campus except this one were always locked shortly before last bell. So I silently walked to a urinal, calmly did my business, properly washed my hands. By the time I went to leave, the girl was hiding in a stall and the guy was waiting by the door. I shrugged at the guy shrugged back. I left and heard the door lock behind me. Not one of us said anything or made a sound during the entire exchange. Edit. For everyone calling it a power move, I appreciate it, but I just didn't wanna have to pee in the bushes. What a Chad, inserting your dominance like that. Edit. It's assertive, not INSERTIVE. SpongeBob.
r/Reddit.
In band before a football game, I walk into the percussion room to hang with the homies. Everyone is huddled around this dude in the corner of the room laughing. So of course I walk over to check it out. Turns out the dude was showing everyone how tiny his dick is and everyone was so fascinated. Yeah, it was really, really small. Like from the tip of your pinky to the first knuckle down. I've never seen anything like it, lol. Edit. I know it called a micropenis. LMFAO. Sounds normal. I have some bad news, buddy. Maybe he was a grower.
r/Reddit.
Some kid at a party got blackout wasted and shat himself. In the middle of the crowd he took his pants down and slipped in it. Proceeded to army crawl to try and make it out but just smeared it everywhere. He is still known as the party pooper. Incredible nickname.
r/Reddit.
I ran cross country in high school. Sometimes during practice we would run through trails in the woods surrounding the high school. One day right after school ended we started running down the trails and stumbled upon 2 students having sex. Judging by their reactions, I don't think they were expecting a group of 15 guys to run by while they were getting it on. Did they finish? Didn't stick around long enough to find out, but I imagine they relocated to a more private location first.
r/Reddit.
We had a girl who would sit in the back of the bus and seemed to always have a different dude sit next to her. Turns out she was giving guys handjobs for a small price. School is all about learning a trade. If you're good at something, never do it for free.
r/Reddit.
In 8th grade we went on a class trip to Hershey Park. 2 girls gave a guy a blowjob on the bus ride home next to a sleeping chaperone. They eventually got caught, and that's why there are now no co-ed buses in the district. This was also in 2002. I wonder if that's the reason we don't have co-ed in my district. How can your districts afford separate buses for gender like we barely have enough in general?
r/Reddit.
Freshman year of high school. Football team is out practicing. A senior varsity player came into the freshman locker room, cut all the locks off our lockers, and stole our clothes. Nice enough to take wallets and phones etc. out of pockets and leave them in the lockers though. Idiot didn't realize the hallway cameras had him the whole time. Most of us chose not to shower until we got home and, as a team, proceeded to leave in groups in undershirts and boxers or no shirts and boxers after getting a call our rides were there. Small town. Small school, so ultimately he was just benched for a few games, suspended for a day or two, and his parents had to buy a bunch of padlocks. Pretty reasonable outcome, actually. Pretty reasonable. Pranksters took the time to remove all valuables from the things he took. The clothes were probably returned, so it was more an annoyance and a prank than theft.
r/Reddit.
I went to a small party at my friend's house. My girlfriend and I got there late. We went in and noticed nobody was in the living room. Weird, they said they'd be here. Start walking to the back and I could hear several voices in the bedroom. I just opened the door and there were 7 of my friends just having a casual orgy. One must wonder what a casual orgy looks like. Well, what does a non-casual orgy look like? Are they all there in formal business wear? I'd argue that most orgies, not that I've personally partook in one, would be casual, as if they weren't it'd probably be hard to enjoy the casual, relaxed nature of the open sex. No. I prefer my orgies business casual. When I'm down to my socks, it's time for business. That's why they're called business socks. Oh.
r/Reddit.
Not me specifically, but 2 kids in my Catholic high school fucked in the bathroom and someone caught them and videotaped it. They posted it online. Our school made the news and now they measure girls' skirts if they look too high, as well as banning phones. Wow, what an idiot. What happened to the dummy who produced, possessed, and distributed child pornography? I think they were a minor too. And the students may not have been children either. In this country you stop being a minor at 16 and it isn't CP. I don't know the ages of the students involved. I think there was a police inquiry though.
r/Reddit.
What happens in the locker room should stay in the locker room. With that said, I once walked in on a kid shoving a crucifix up his ass on a dare from his friends. Holy shit. That took me a second. Slow clap.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.